Unmute it. First we start up the video, then start the show. Make sure everyone's all sound checked and ready to go. God, you guys are horrible for awkward silences.
You're horrible for awkward silences.
Maybe we just want to...
You know what? I don't doubt that. With C4, Sarah, Vike, Insanieac, and Sir Jeremy, and the Great Grease Goblin. It's the Villains Talk Show.
You still haven't fixed the spelling on that.
Hello and welcome to the Villains Talk Show. I am one of your hosts, C4. Beside me is Sarah Vike. Below me is the Great Grease Asshole. And to the bottom right corner is Jeremy. Normally, Insanieac would join us too, but we actually have no idea where he is.
He might be in a ditch somewhere. I don't know.
We're
worried though.
It's not like anything bad. He's just, we haven't heard from him today, so for all we know, he can magically appear. So watch for that.
As we watch the chat and he pops up.
I could see that. I could see him just coming in the chat.
Oh, you're right, Keaton. The spelling is better than the original. No, then.
What?
Than.
Oh, no, not that one.
What else is there?
No, then and then.
I was talking about the title.
The title? The title's fine.
No, the title sequence before we get into all this camera stuff.
Everything's fine. Nothing's spelled wrong. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
That is not.
You spelled Goblin wrong.
Maybe I did it on purpose.
It's Goblin.
I did it actually. I've noticed that a few times. I've left it. Goblin, the Grace Greek Goblin. I love it actually.
But it's still then, not then.
You know what? It's then. Better than the original.
No.
That's what makes him a villain. He doesn't care what your spelling rules are.
Dun dun dun.
Spelling's right.
It's better. Why? Why? You know. It's better than.
No.
It is.
Yeah.
I can see it just hurt you when I say it, and it warms my heart. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Villains Talk Show. Obviously, we sit around and talk about stuff.
And things.
Despite what the YouTube says, this is actually episode number 30.
Are you sure?
Yes, actually. I've been keeping count. There's like a 2-part episode that didn't really load on the thing, and yeah, it's anyway. Hello, welcome, and today's topic, if you can't read, because my spelling is so perfect,
it's atrocious.
Is today we are doing sequels better than the originals. Because anyone can talk about sequels, and more often than not, we talk about sequels that are crap. Pick any of the long list of crappy sequels that you can think of and put them in the list. I mean, we can think of all of them. But what I want to talk about is sequels, whatever that may be, that are better than the original.
I have one.
I mean, who doesn't? Like we could go right out of the way and say the greatest sequel in terms of movie history is The Empire Strikes Back. And I'll fight anyone. I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. Empire Strikes Back is the greatest movie sequel. There's because everyone remembers it. It's so infamous. But that being said, today we're talking about sequels. And yeah, I guess we'll open the floor right away. Mr. Goblin, please, or Goblin.
Thank you. At least pronounce it correctly.
I will. I'm sorry.
But no, funny you should mention The Empire Strikes Back. Because my favorite sequel is not one movie, but 3 movies. I really enjoyed the episodes 1 through 3 of Star Wars.
And your band.
You're so
Let me kick you out of the Discord and your band. No, please please defend your position.
I just enjoy it because that's what I started with Star Wars. Because you have to keep in mind that came out as I was like born and all that, so that's what I started with.
You would have been a little kid when those were coming out. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I was born in the 90s when Star Wars wasn't coming out.
Yeah, but you had the original ones before I did.
So you would have been older when those ones came out, and they were really meant for kids. They might have just not appealed to you as much because you saw them when you were a little older.
I hear the voices.
You just think of yourself.
I hear the voices of a million fanboys with their sharpening their spears and running after our stream now. I can just hear. I can hear
with viewers, John.
Jeremy, help me out with this one, please, please.
I can help you with it too, actually, John. I did not see Star Wars until I was 15, I think. I was not allowed to watch it as a child. And I can tell you that episodes 1, 2, and 3 didn't appeal to me as much just because I was a little older and I was like, these are kind of weird. They're kind of kiddish. They're okay, but they're kind of weird and kind of childish. Especially compared to what I had seen. We watched 4, 5, 6 first, and then 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I'll be fair. That helps a little, but that's not exactly what I was looking for. You basically said, to be fair, John, I didn't see any Star Wars until I was much older, and when they were much older, I saw them, and they were crap. And this doesn't help.
That's not what I just said. That's not at all what I just said.
It's fine.
I said,
it's fine.
I really enjoyed 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3 were okay.
Jeremy, what was your favorite Star Wars movie?
Empire.
Thank God. Thank fucking God.
Don't get me wrong, Empire is my favorite, but in terms of sequels, that was my favorite sequel.
Thank God we're talking about sequels and not prequels.
Jedi was pretty good too. Return.
Right? Return was good until the Ewoks. That got a little nuts.
What about the Ewoks?
They're the last half hour, sure.
Actually, what a lot of people don't see in that movie, but if you watch, like, how brutally the Ewoks die. It's like George Lucas shows you this really cute, fuzzy thing, and it's like, all right, you're ready to see them get brutally murdered by a military organization?
If you actually watch their culture, though, the Ewoks are not cute and fuzzy.
Yeah, that's
Those stormtroopers.
That's how they lured. They were going to eat the fucking Leia and Han and everybody.
But instead, they have stormtrooper meat. Yay, stormtrooper meat!
It all tastes the same.
Yeah, they have this huge feast afterwards.
Did you ever watch?
Leia's all a part of it, and you ever think about what they're eating during that?
Did you ever watch the Ewok animated movies?
Yes.
The Star Wars Legacy animated movies. Yeah. I used to have one, and those movies, I gotta say, were actually so good.
Yeah, think of the Chewie Christmas special one, if I'm remembering it correctly.
Oh my goodness.
You've never seen that movie. Bullshit. I've seen it. You've never seen it.
I certainly haven't. Have you?
I've seen both of the Ewok ones.
I was going to say, if you've seen the Christmas movie, what is the name of Chewbacca's son?
Hilarious.
I don't remember.
Then you've never seen
it.
Keep
in mind, John.
They say it
young.
You can do a drinking game to Chewbacca's son's name. They say it over.
I was gonna say they say it like a million.
They
times.
say it over 60 times.
Either, but they say it like a million.
Yeah,
times.
they say it over 60 times. You can get fucking hammered watching that movie. Just every time he says Chewbacca's son's name.
What is the name?
Yeah, if you're so smart.
Jeremy.
Are you asking
me? I even literally just said I don't remember the name.
Look it up.
Oh, you get the hell out of here.
I wasn't saying Jeremy. I was saying Jeremy.
Kaden could have said anything.
Do the thing. Lumpo-Waroo.
No, Lumpy! It's Lumpy! Ah, how could I mess that up?
I knew that. I actually knew that.
Lumpy was his name.
Lumpy was his name.
According to Bing,
All right.
his name was Lumpawaro.
But Star Wars is too easy. I mean, like, you could, I guess that's a remake. I was gonna say The Thing, but that's more of a remake, a really good remake.
My
Leprechaun 2.
sequel that's better than the original is
What?
Toy Story 2.
No.
I love the kids movie, but Toy Story 2 is so good. And
No.
Toy Story 3 was...
Toy Story 2 is
Toy
good.
Story 3 is better than the original.
Yes.
Every single one of those ones, they got better. So 1 was good, 2 was
But
better,
the
3
Death
was
Eater-
I'm not going to say any Toy Story was bad. Okay? I'm
No.
not. But in terms of the Toy Story better, best, and not the best, you know, like in the small window I'm putting it, nothing beats the original. Then Toy Story 3, then Toy Story 2.
I would
What about
disagree.
Toy Story 4?
The original was so good. It was
Wait.
so brilliant.
Sorry,
But-
Toy Story 4, Toy Story 1, 4, 2, 3. I forgot
You
about
saying
3 is the
4?
worst now?
3 is the worst. It's still good, but it's still the worst.
What? You are so wrong.
You're
4
so
is
contradictive of yourself.
wait. 4 is the one where they all get thrown into the incinerator, right?
No, that's
That's 3 where they're
That's
holding
3.
hands. Like, that's so
Okay.
dark.
Okay. See, now it helps if I
Yeah, that's
actually know
like
what's
holding
going
hands,
on.
waiting for the
All
end
right.
of Oblivion. Like,
Then I flip 3 and 4.
Yeah, 4 is brand new. It only came out like 2019.
That's it. I get.
4 is like they go on an adventure with the new child.
Let's be fair. How many movies out there can say they've done 3 sequels and all were great?
It's
Star
true.
Wars.
Name them.
Phantom Menace.
Wrong. And no one will agree with you on that. That is a wrong answer.
But that's where we meet the best Star Wars character.
Wrong. There's
One.
wrong. Just if you Phantom Menace is wrong.
That one droid.
Like Shmi?
Wrong.
No, that one droid that just says Roger, Roger the whole time.
I don't think the droid is in Phantom Menace.
Yes, he is.
They show up in Attack of the Clones, don't they?
No, they show up in Phantom Menace, and then they become more prevalent in Attack of the Clones.
Anyway, back to a more realistic answer. Tell me, like The Godfather, right? There was 4 parts of The Godfather. It's Godfather 1, 2, 3, 4. And everyone will tell you, watch the first one and the third one. Because the second one and the fourth one they're okay. Fourth one is really not that good. I mean, Lord of the Rings, don't watch the last one. Like,
Return of the King? Why not?
I'm sorry, I'm blinking profusely, but you can't see me blinking.
I'm
I don't
actually-
know. Oh no, we have a giant army to fight. I better go find the CGI green men that live inside this mountain to fight me for this one fight and make everything moot.
Yeah, but
Oh
like
no, we have this super powerful general witch king who can't be killed by men. I am no man. Oh no, a loophole! A loophole!
Peter Jackson.
It wasn't good.
I think you have a problem with Tolkien for this, not with Peter Jackson.
No, I've read Tolkien. Tolkien does a way better job than it doesn't. No, nope,
There's no CGI green men that live in the mountains.
nope. Don't watch the third one. If anyone's never seen Lord of the Rings, watch the first 2. Great. Same with The Hobbit. Only watch the first movie. Don't watch the second or the third one. Don't do yourself that disservice.
I enjoyed the second one.
I love the first one just because the singing. It's the only good part.
Yeah, that too.
It's the only good part.
But who doesn't want to see Benedict Cumberbatch as a dragon?
Everyone?
He made a pretty cool dragon.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Like Legolas.
I haven't seen you make a dragon, John.
Uh,
So you have no place to say.
was gonna say, is Trogdor copyright? Because I'll draw him right now.
I think so.
I think he is too. But I mean, like seriously, like when you look at book series that actually have sequentially good books, like George R. R. Martin or J.R.R. Tolkien, how often do you get that actually accurately reflected onto a TV show or a movie? Which, by the way, saying, like, I guess Game of Thrones doesn't really count in terms of sequels because it was one giant piece. But I'm talking about the books.
Same with Lord of the Rings. If you're talking about any of it, it's all one book.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the book itself, it doesn't have a sequel. Although you could say The Hobbit is the sequel, and The Hobbit became the more famous book.
The Hobbit isn't the sequel, The Hobbit is the prequel.
But he wrote it as a sequel.
No, he didn't. He wrote The Hobbit first.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
I always get that mixed up. So Lord of the Rings is the sequel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and it's definitely better.
It is definitely better. See?
Yeah.
One we didn't think of and we haven't mentioned yet is Harry Potter was a pretty good, like...
Man, you really want to get yourself kicked from our Discord.
Well, not the movies.
Next, you're going to tell me Twilight.
The movies, I think, got
Oh,
progressed.
you're thinking 50 Shades of Grey.
One, because there was just so much in the books that they couldn't put it all in the movies, and it introduced a lot of plot in the movies. But the books...
Yeah, I was talking about the books.
Yeah.
But no, you're thinking 50 Shades of Grey. That's a good movie trilogy.
I meant 50 Shades Darker. No, God, no. Let's not
boy.
talk. Let's not talk about that horrible
Don't you mean 50 Shades Freed?
burning
Free?
crap. All right. Quick question. Can anyone think of a sequel that completely made everyone forget about the original? I can think of one right off the top of my head. Terminator 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
How many people remember Terminator 1 or even Rambo 2? How many people have actually seen First Blood?
I haven't, but I also haven't seen the second.
See, most people will look at me and say they've seen the Rambo series, like, oh, I don't need to watch the first one. It's so gory. It's so bloody. And I look at them like, no, it's not. Oh, it's a war movie. No, it's not. You've never seen Rambo 1, have you? Well, it's about a guy and he goes and kills people. Like, that happens in Rambo 1, yes. He kills one person. And that's it. It's about a guy who has PTSD and he gets bullied in a town and he kills the bully, and then the military police go in the woods looking for him because he's a broken man. So, Sarah, if you've never seen Rambo, I really suggest seeing Rambo First Blood.
Maybe.
It is the most tear-jerking end you've ever seen of an action movie, because it's so well done. It's not dumb, is that best way I can put it.
Okay, that helps.
It's literally about what I said. No, like, spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen Rambo First
I
Blood.
never loved action movies. They're just not my thing. They don't keep my attention.
All right.
So
Rambo, Sarah,
really
is about a guy who moves to a small town in somewhere, I think it's in Colorado. Don't quote me on that. And he's new to town, and he's Mexican. Okay? And these white yokel boys just keep pushing him around, and he's obviously broken because every time he hears a car backfire or something, he kind of freaks out a little, and then he kind of sticks to himself, and eventually these guys push him to the point where they actually start, I think they shoot at him with a gun, and he snaps and he kills one. And so he realizes what he did, and so he runs into the forest, and then the cops try to go in after and capture him. And he just sets up traps. It doesn't kill any of them. He just captures the cops and lets them go. Basically takes their weapons. And so they call in the military. And the military general, this military general eventually hears what's going on, flies to the city, realizes who it is, tells everyone to stand down, and walks into a cafe and sits down with Rambo and basically does a counseling session at the end of the movie. And the end of the movie is the general, this old white general, and Rambo start crying and they hug each other. Because it is so good if you've never seen it. It is not your stereotypical action movie. There are action elements, but I do suggest watching it. It is a very powerful movie, actually. A lot of people don't expect that. That being said, no one has seen it because everyone's seen Rambo 2. Not saying Rambo 2 isn't good. It's just
a different kind of good. What about Indiana Jones?
That is a lineage of good sequels. Sorry. No, it's not. Because the sequels are always bad, but the prefaces are always good. Because Indiana Jones 1 and 3 are great, but 2 and 4 are absolutely wretched.
That is very true.
Unless you call 3 a sequel of a sequel, then that is a good sequel. But then the sequel of a sequel of a sequel turned out to be shit. I mean, like, do we even count the like freaking Marvel fucking movie legacy as a bunch of sequels? Do we?
Yeah, I would count like the ones that are directly sequels of each other.
Yeah, like
Captain America movies, the Thor movies.
But aren't they all direct sequels of each other now?
What?
Like let's just look at the Fox fucking X-Men shithole. Days of Future Past, Past of Future Days, Dark Phoenix, Dark Requiem, Apocalypse. They're all the same goddamn sequels. They're all just crap.
They're all evil Jean Grey, and that's about it.
Oh, I would say shots fired, but that would require them to be creative.
Yeah.
Man, though, like, it just, it burns my... Because then you get M. Night Shyamalan, who's only ever done, what, like 2 sequels in his life? And they're both good. And then he writes a bunch of first properties that are either great or shit. Most often the latter.
You mean like the best movie of the 2000s? The Last Airbender.
Oh my goodness, I knew you were going to say that.
Absolute best movie ever.
Oh my goodness.
Do you just want to watch the world burn? Is that because that's all I hear? Next you're going to tell me that you feel that you're expressed as a jellicle cat and your goal is to be.
If it makes you feel better, I've never seen the end of the Last Airbender.
The show or the movie?
The movie.
So you've never seen the movie yet you advocate for it? Oh, my soul, it hurts.
I watched a small part of it once, curious about how bad it was.
Yeah, I walked out halfway through.
Nope.
Couldn't remember anything.
Oh, so bad.
What gets me is you'd think that'd be super easy to write a fucking sequel. Like, this is where I kind of hope Kit's in the chat right now so we can, like, at least chime in on this. Because I know he's writing a sequel right now. But, like...
He isn't.
I always found myself... Like, if I wrote my books or something, I never wrote sequels, but I always thought to myself, it'd be easy. Like, you just make it not crap. But
so what do you think would go into making a good sequel? How would you make a sequel that's better than the original?
Well, first of all, only make a sequel out of something that you have pieces you've left in the universe to make a sequel with.
Yeah, don't make a sequel just because you want more money.
Exactly. If you have a property that does well and there was no room for a sequel because the story was complete, don't force it. Because then all of a sudden, everything that happened in the first movie, or first book, or first anything, becomes moot. It, more often than not, becomes pointless.
It's also, a lot of the time, there's problems with stakes in sequels, right? You feel like you have to raise the stakes from what came before.
I know.
And now things are just getting more and more ridiculous.
First you serve the audience a T-bone, then they want a AAA top sirloin. And once you give them that top sirloin, next thing you know, you're giving them ribeye. It just keeps going. And then next thing you know, you're just Michael Bay. And every sequel is how much bigger can I do my explosion?
Oh, you're talking about Transformers.
Which one?
All of them. Was that really a question that needed to be asked?
Right? There's a reason that it hasn't been mentioned before.
Notice I said good sequels. I made the stipulation. It's right there. Better than the original.
No, it's better than you watch the original with how you spelt it.
No. Better than the
Yes.
original. And, so we're clear, the original Transformers, though crap, is still better than the slew of marginalized shit that came after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we actually had a unanimous agreement to something. That should,
Yeah.
should have like a
What
little...
about Bumblebee, though?
That's still in the cinematic universe, is it not?
Yes.
It's very bad.
It's still crap.
I haven't seen it. That's why I'm asking.
I mean, it was entertaining if you watch it for free.
Here's a
So
question.
don't watch it, is what you're saying. Because
Who-
nothing is for free.
Caden,
Yes.
what's the plot line of the first Dark Knight movie?
Isn't it during Christmas where the Joker blows up a bunch of hospitals?
I said the first Dark Knight movie.
Do you want the name of the movie
Shh,
here?
not
Joe?
you. Not you or Jeremy. I know you know the answer to
Oh.
this question.
I don't-
He says the plot.
Yes, the plot. What was the plot of the first Dark Knight movie?
I honestly can't remember.
Why? Because the second one was better.
Yeah.
Do you even know who the villain of the first one was? Pretty famous guy.
I think it's Mr. Freeze, isn't it?
Damn, dude.
That
sure
did
it's
kind of
not.
hurt a little. Oh, anyone want to answer for him?
Batman Begins as Scarecrow.
I was
And
right. I've never watched it, but I knew.
Scarecrow and
Oh, I don't know that.
bonus points, Jeremy.
Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. What was the plot?
Really?
His parents.
Ra's al Ghul at the very end is trying to bring down corporate America by
Hold on.
bombing the Wayne building with the trains.
Hold on. Just before you finish, Sarah, were you gonna say the plot was that Batman's parents died?
I know that they did. I didn't.
No. Were you gonna not gonna say that's wrong with a Batman movie? But it's sad that was the first thing you thought the plot of the movie was. Please continue, Sir Jeremy.
Isn't there a whole movie about that, though?
What?
7 of them.
There's a whole show about it now
No,
called
it's a
Pennyworth.
show.
It's called Pennyworth, and it's about Alfred, how he joins the Waynes, and then how they get shot. It's just,
I was thinking of Gotham.
you know, if Batman was a real guy and we actually focused on him as much as we did, think of how much more broken he would be, because we always bring up that his parents died. Bruce Wayne's parents died.
What with this time? His parents died.
He would be a true villain.
Just keep bringing it up, throwing it in his face. Is this so? Now that you've done 20 years as Bruce Wayne and Batman, you think you've avenged the death of your parents? Now that the new movie's coming out about Thomas Wayne and about how he tried to fight crime and will end with his death. Also, the other movie that came out about the time you beat Joker and it starts with the death of your parents.
And the other one that starts with the death of your parents?
There's also this new animated series that's coming out, and it starts with the death of your parents. What are your thoughts?
This
So
is
we got another series about the cop who does the case about the death of your parents.
Yes! Any thoughts, Mr. Wayne? Any thoughts? Just wreck him.
This is why we can't let
But-
Elon Musk gain power.
Are his parents dead?
I don't know, are they?
Let's find out.
No. We've already discovered like Elon Musk is the Terminator from the future. It's the movie we
Oh,
haven't
no.
got to see
Did
yet.
we say Terminator? I thought we said Iron Man.
No, that's what you said. I think he's the Terminator from the future.
You think he's gonna be? I think if he's gonna be the Terminator, he better be cooler than he is. Because right now he's so lame.
Oh no, we can't let Elon Musk die. That's it. His kid will become Batman.
That's it. That's actually it. Or his kid will become Iron Man.
I was gonna say that might be.
That's pretty goddamn accurate, actually.
To say America kind of needs a Batman.
Someone
right
post. Someone. I'm gonna just for you. I'm gonna clip that. Put that on the channel. Make sure everyone knows you called it. Elon Musk kid will become Batman.
Musk is not.
His son. They said
Yeah,
he said his son.
His son.
Okay. Yeah.
Think about it.
Child.
Rich,
Elon-
wealthy, married parents. By the time he's 10, someone just needs to shoot Elon Musk and his wife and sends whatever fuck his name is, Fractal or whatever his name is, into a spiral where he learns ninjutsu, has millions of dollars, becomes the head of Tesla.
Elon Musk's parents did divorce when he was 10.
It doesn't mean they won't die in an alley while taking him back from a riveting movie.
But when he was 10, it's the same age, man. Maybe that was the real trigger. It wasn't anything like death. It was just divorce.
You're saying everyone at the age 10 can go through trauma that turns them into Batman?
Yeah.
You just don't have the money to afford the Batman lifestyle.
It's true. Let's be fair. If it all came down to it, the best position I could take is probably be like a henchman.
I actually think he's not going for Batman. I think he's going for Iron Man.
I'd still be a henchman.
Well, that
I'd be a
actually works
sweet
too.
henchman.
Iron Man's parents died too.
Exactly. Also, yeah.
But they have to be by weapons created by the family.
And he was older when they died.
Oh, so I think that one's more likely then, because Elon, like I said, Elon Musk is like the Terminator from the future.
He's going to die from the not a flamethrower.
So we've decided that Elon Musk's son is going to be the next Iron Man or Batman. It's the most likely option.
Or Iron Bat.
Oh my god. Iron Wombat.
The poor
Yeah,
kid.
alright. I'm down. I'm okay with this.
His name will be like a play on his name, where his dad's name is Elon. He'll be called Captain Ion Musk. I do like Captain Wombat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
The Metal Wombat.
Yes.
Man, but I still think it's super easy to write sequels. It just makes me so mad when I watch sequels that should be good and they're crap. Absolute
The fact
crap.
that there are so many sequels that are crap leads me to believe that it's harder to write them than it seems.
No, I think people are just
If it's so easy
lazier.
to write sequels, John, why don't you have any sequels in the works?
Because I have to motivate myself to finish my first book because I am a lazy writer, like majority of people.
That's fair.
Where is that music coming from?
There's no music, Sarah. You are crazy.
I don't hear any music.
Crazy.
It's gone now. We're good.
It's gone now.
So it was never there.
Alright.
But yeah, Caden. There's a whole Batman movie that you don't know exists that came before Heath Ledger.
Huh. Neat.
See, that's where I think most sequels should be. They should be so good you forget about the first movie because they're just that good. Because they actually,
Superman 2.
Because, like, I'll be fair, I've never seen Avengers because no.
Maybe you should. Maybe you'd actually like it.
I've seen the first movie. What does Avengers 2 or Infinity War going to bring to the table that I didn't see in the first one?
Robots.
Things. Especially Infinity War. 2 was meh.
2 brought in a bunch of robots and slowly is bringing in X-Men properties.
Scarlet Witch.
Nah, I watched Thor Ragnarok. That was the last Marvel movie I watched. That was worth it.
Well, Infinity War kind of follows up right on its heels, so maybe you'd enjoy it.
That was
Nah.
You should try it.
Unless, like, literally every Marvel hero pretty much gets, like, wiped out in, like, the most brutal way.
What a thing to say. Maybe,
what a coinkyding.
It would be more fun that way.
maybe you should watch it, John.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen the memes. I know who dies. I don't want to die, Mr. Stark.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just one of the many.
it's true.
Or
Spider-Man Far From Home was good, though, in my opinion.
they you know what? I watched it.
They're bringing another one.
I did watch it actually recently. It was a great movie. I didn't realize they made Miles Morales straight. I kind of
Against Spider-Verse.
Yeah, you're talking about Into the Spider-Verse, I think.
Yes. Oh yeah, Far From Home.
Yeah,
that one I
Home
didn't
is
see.
the,
I'm talking about Spider-Verse. Yes.
the good one.
But yeah, I watched Into the
like.
Spider-Verse, and I was actually surprised that Miles Morales wasn't gay, because he's a very prominent gay figure. He was one of the first ever gay comic book figures.
That is true.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
He's
I was
also in the MCU.
yeah.
To some standard.
Oh man, Sarah. Oh, one of the funniest scenes in comics is he's laying down in the backseat of a truck with the star quarterback of his high school, and he's like, "I love you, man. I love you. I love you more than just like a friend." And then the white guy goes like, "You goddamn rare, I can't be with you. My dad doesn't say your taps are good," and then drives away. And it's like they try to make it seem like a racial thing because it's so good. But no, Miles Morales is actually like one of the original homosexual superheroes, and so it makes me. I was actually very shocked that they didn't make him that way.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
But
Like
there are also multiple Miles Moraleses.
there's.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense in terms of Into the Spider-Verse. But still, I was just shocked. I was expecting that when I was watching it. I'm like, oh, that's. I don't know why they did that. I don't know what purpose or what they chose to gain from that, except ship him with another Mary Jane. But I don't know. That made me kind of bummed. I was kind of bummed about that. Although seeing Spider-Gwen made me excited for Gwenpool. It made me excited for a possible Deadpool kills the universe. I've heard rumors. I don't know if you heard this, Jeremy, but that they wouldn't do an actual movie. What they would do is have it go on in the background of other movies.
That'd be cool.
Now that they have Deadpool in the MCU.
Yeah. From what I heard was replacing cameos.
Yeah. I heard it start with that, and then eventually what would happen is if it grew popular enough, they'd actually make it into a full movie. Where, like, all the cameos he was replacing is actually...
There's already rumors of the Deadpool Spider-Man buddy movie.
Yeah!
That would be fun.
That I'm excited for.
Oh, my God.
There's also the new Spider-Man one that's supposed to come out this year, allegedly.
All right, question to the group.
With the 3 different Spider... It looks like they're doing a live action.
We don't know that
Spider.
yet, but it's very obvious.
That and they've... The 3 villains, I think it's 3 villains so far that they've announced for it. So
it's
there's a possibility.
During Christmas too.
Yeah, it might be Sinister Six in the Spider-Verse, which would be pretty cool.
So I heard rumors that what they're going to do with Deadpool and with the multiverse is they're going to have an instance where he actually might go around with Doctor Strange and fix the multiverse. Where they'll go around to other properties like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and whatever Garfield Spider-Man and the really shitty X-Men movies and tie up loose ends.
That'd be fun.
So
I
saying
think
that...
That's what... I think that's part of what Multiverse of Madness will be.
So saying that, who is your favorite Spider-Man? And I will tell you right now...
Either that or Multiverse of Madness is when Spider-Man and Madam Web do their thing.
Yeah. It's Madam Web.
That's like 3 different Spider-Verses.
Best.
I also think that's when... or that's how the...
best cartoon arc ever, by the way. Anyone watched that Spider-Man cartoon as a kid? Best cartoon arc was the Madam Web, where he gets all the Avengers and they fight on the side of him, and he gets to control Captain America and Iron Man and all them. And then they do the Multiverse of Madness, where they have all the different Spider-Men, and then he fights Spider Carnage, and it's so good.
I enjoy Spider's Man.
You mean the one that's actually like a Spider-Man?
No, Spider's Man. It's like it's a combined consciousness of a bunch of spiders that believe they are Peter Parker.
That's cool. There's also one of my favorite actual Spider-Men, just since we're on this topic, was I didn't see him in the Spider-Verse, but I did see him in that animated series. Is there was a Spider-Man who's wasn't named Peter Parker. He was named, I think it was like Dave Gribble or something, or some random name. He was a cosplayer. He was a cosplayer from our universe who just so happened to play Spider-Man in most of the movies because he was basically a stunt double. And in the animated show, he gets pulled in and has to help, but he explains to Spider-Man, he's like, dude, how are you scared to do this? I'm just an actor. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even have powers. I am like, oh, so good. I wish they put him in the Spider-Verse.
There's apparently a sequel in the works for that too.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
What sequel are you guys most looking forward to? Might as well end on a futuristic look.
Honestly, probably the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness movie. I'm excited for that. I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, as well as the Spider-Man trio movie.
That would mean I'd have to.
That one too.
Okay. What about you, Jeremy?
I mean, the Spider Trio movie does look really good, but I guess it's more of a reimagining as the Dune. Hopefully that'll be good.
That'll be That's a reimagining. That's not really a sequel. If it was Children of Dune, I'd give you that one. But you can't pick Dune.
That's kind of fair too. I don't even know. I haven't really been paying attention since these bloody quarantines. What's getting pushed back and what's coming out.
TV shows works too.
Black Panther should be good too.
I'm curious what they'll do about it.
From what I've seen, they're replacing him with his sister.
So,
just like the comics.
I don't watch Marvel. Like I said, the last Thor movie I saw was Ragnarok. I haven't seen any Doctor Strange.
Actually, one of the most recent movies.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange. I haven't seen any Black Panther. I haven't seen any Captain Marvel. I haven't seen any Captain America. I don't watch any of that. I haven't seen any of the Iron Man. I've only seen Iron Man 1. So that being said, I do not look forward to any Marvel movies because they're just... I don't care.
What about the Snyder Cut?
I am looking forward to that, but that's going to be 2022.
Yeah.
The most recent sequels I'm looking forward to are mostly anime. I mean, Doctor Stone Season 2 is coming out, and that's going to be great. Afuertes Season 2 is coming out. That's going to be great.
When does that one start?
Afuertes is coming out in, I think it's supposed to be April, and Doctor Stone starts next week. For anyone who
they've been advertising. Actually, Doctor Stone does look really interesting.
If you've never seen Doctor Stone, anyone who's never seen it, who's watching or in here, the idea is you have this super genius, crazy smart guy. And it starts with him and his friend drives away, and then all of a sudden he sees everything turning to stone. This green light overcomes everything and turns to stone. And everyone kind of just like turns to stone, but he stays awake by counting. And he counts, and eventually he knows the exact date. He knows it's been like 2,568 years because he's counted the whole time. He kept his brain awake. And because he kept his brain awake, he was able to figure out that it was nanobots. Someone had released nanites to rearrange everything on the planet to be stone. That's why the internals were still organic. So he was able to keep his brain awake, and he basically ate through the nanites through thinking, which is a actual thing you can do in science. And so it's about him, and his goal is to bring humans, because there are humans who survived. He wants to bring humans out of the Stone Age back into the modern age. And he explains all his scientific properties. He explains everything it does. It's all real. When he builds a bomb, there's like this huge warning banner in Japanese that says, this is real. Do not do this. We do not condone this. If you use this certain chemical recipe, due to the nature of this recipe, we will know you did it from this show, and we will charge you for not listening. And then it tells you how to build C4. And then it tells you how to build a gun.
That's scary.
And then,
they want to teach you how to make more of you.
oh man, and not just that, it tells you like he tells you how to get power out of bam. Like watch the show. It's unbelievably good. It's all about science. Really good.
One that I'm enjoying for anime is Attack on Titan. The final season is so good so far.
Is it? I'm waiting until it's done.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm kicking myself for not waiting.
What I do with Attack on Titan and long anime series like that is I'll wait until the season's done and then I'll binge watch it.
Yeah, I ended up getting to episode 6 and then I had to wait until today for episode 7.
What season are they on for that?
4.
Season 4?
Yeah.
I thought it was 5.
I thought it might have been 5 too.
It's the last season.
The final season.
It's the final season. That being said, the last thing I'm waiting for is Goblin Slayer. Great anime.
That's fair, yeah.
Season 2's coming out soon. That's going to be good. I love Goblin Slayer. And yeah.
Excited for more Doctor Who. There may or may not be a season this September, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, because what's her face quit, didn't she?
Well, she's still in the next season. She's doing 3 seasons and then leaving.
I thought she was.
They finally got rid of their Minerva.
No.
I thought that was the joke of Dr. Spacetime. You know, there was only one female doctor, and her name was Minerva.
Yes.
And then it became the punchline of the show is you're going to Minerva it.
They haven't revealed who the next one will be yet, though, so it could be another woman.
I'm just hoping it's
another Minerva.
I'm hoping for a Master spinoff.
That could be interesting.
A Master spinoff of what? Like Chef?
Of Doctor Who.
Of Doctor.
A Master Doctor Who spinoff? What's the difference between Doctor Who?
It's instead of
What's it, like a remaster?
No.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, I've never watched the show. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically, if the Doctor would be a villain almost.
Yeah.
Oh.
Antagonizing time instead of trying to fix it.
Oh. Okay.
Doctor and the Master.
Alrighty. All right. Well, that being said, we'll cut it a bit early tonight. I was your host, C4. Beside me was Sarah Vike. Below me was the Great Grease Goblin. And in the blue corner, was Sir Jeremy. And we were the villains of the Bill and Talk Show. I'm sorry you had nothing better to do, but I'm glad you spent it here. And, yeah. That was fun, as always. You know, if you like this, you know, you could follow us if you wanted. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Could like the video or go to our YouTube and subscribe there. I mean, you don't have to. Just be nice.
Could.
It'd be cool.
You could find our houses and just follow us around too. It'd be creepy. But
You could. I mean, I don't mind being stalked. It's always been a pleasure.
It's exciting.
It is exciting to get stalked. But yeah, up there on screen is all your things. There's an app, justlikethis.com. It's free. It's an app. We suggest getting it. It's the greatest thing you'll ever get. It is so multifaceted, and it will change your life. That being said, YouTube is youtube.com/user/aftergood. And, you know, go subscribe to some channels. Like, man, I was looking around some days, and there's like that kid that opens presents. I hate to admit it, but it's actually exciting to watch. It's sad. It's sad, I know.
Mr. Beast.
You know what? You guys can laugh at me all you want, but that kid gets so excited, and like he gets so in detailed about those toys. Like, that kid earns his money, first of all. Because what 6-year-old can sit there and critically analyze a toy?
Is that the one that has the Lego set now?
Yeah. Like, dude, the kids...
Or not the Lego set. The mystery box one.
I don't know. The point is the kids' channel's mesmerizing. You're sitting there and you're like, man, that toy would be great for babies. And you're sitting there and then you watch another episode and you're like, man, that toy would be great for 5-year-olds. You're like, why the fuck did I just watch 14 episodes of this shit? It's so bad, but it's so good.
If you've ever wanted to know all the secrets of KFC, today Matt Pat released a 4-way collaboration with himself about KFC. That's pretty entertaining.
A 4-way collaboration with himself?
Yeah.
Wait, is that on Game Theory, Film Theory, the failed
Theory.
RedTube Theory, or the other failed project? Like, he's got so many channels now, I don't know which one.
Yeah, but they're not all run by him, though.
Also, KFC
There's like Gaijin Guga and 2 other ones that run channels for him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the 4th one then?
Game Theory Live?
That's it.
I didn't count that one because I thought it was just a spin-off of Game Theory.
Go subscribe to Game Theory.
It pretty much is Game Theory
Game
Live.
Theory.
It's like him and his girlfriend playing like VR stuff mostly.
Also, Oversimplified History is really good.
Foundflix has been really good. too.
Drunk History is also.
Oh my god, Drunk History. How could I forget that shit?
Writing and world building, which a lot of us do. Hello seems to me it's pretty cool.
Or XP to level 3, if you want to watch really funny D&D shorts. Not like shorts. God, no, not like like short videos. God, you people.
Like short pants?
I don't need this now.